USI, United Security Instruments, is now part of Honeywell Security Group. The Model 1204 is a photoelectric smoke detector. In scenarios like the one described, several factors can influence detector response. Photoelectric smoke detectors are generally more responsive to smoldering fires that produce larger particles of smoke. If a homeowner falls asleep with something on the stove, a smoldering fire might not produce enough smoke density to trigger the alarm immediately. The delay could be due to insufficient smoke reaching the detector or the type of smoke produced. Upon moving the flaming pot and introducing water, the rapid increase in smoke caused by the water interacting with the flames would likely trigger the detector. This sudden surge in smoke density would quickly reach the threshold required for activation. Several potential issues could contribute to a smoke detector's failure to activate promptly. Firstly, detector placement is crucial. Detectors should be installed according to manufacturer instructions, typically on ceilings or high on walls, away from air vents and drafts that could interfere with smoke reaching the sensor. Secondly, maintenance plays a vital role. Smoke detectors require regular testing and cleaning. Dust and debris accumulation can obstruct the sensor, delaying or preventing activation. It's recommended to test detectors monthly and clean them at least twice a year using a vacuum cleaner attachment. Thirdly, battery life is essential. Most smoke detectors rely on batteries, and a weak or dead battery will compromise their functionality. Batteries should be replaced at least annually or more frequently if the detector indicates a low battery condition. The Model 1204 likely has a test button to verify its operation. Fourthly, wiring issues can be problematic in interconnected systems. If detectors are hardwired, faulty wiring or loose connections can disrupt the communication between units, preventing them from activating simultaneously. A qualified electrician should inspect and repair any wiring problems. Fifthly, the detector itself could be defective. Smoke detectors have a limited lifespan, typically around 10 years. After this time, their sensitivity may diminish, and they should be replaced. If a detector consistently fails to activate during testing, it should be replaced immediately. It's important to consider the type of smoke detector. Photoelectric detectors, like the Model 1204, are better at detecting slow, smoldering fires, while ionization detectors are more responsive to fast flaming fires. A combination of both types is often recommended for comprehensive fire protection. In addition to functional smoke detectors, a comprehensive home fire safety plan is essential. Firstly, develop a fire escape plan. This plan should include multiple escape routes from each room in the house and a designated meeting place outside. Practice the escape plan regularly with all household members. Secondly, install fire extinguishers. Place fire extinguishers in strategic locations, such as the kitchen, garage, and near fireplaces. Ensure that everyone in the household knows how to use them properly. The acronym PASS can help remember the steps: pull the pin, aim at the base of the fire, squeeze the handle, and sweep from side to side. Thirdly, maintain working smoke detectors. Test smoke detectors monthly and replace batteries annually. Clean detectors regularly to remove dust and debris. Replace detectors every 10 years or as recommended by the manufacturer. Fourthly, educate household members about fire safety. Teach children about the dangers of fire, how to prevent fires, and what to do in case of a fire. Emphasize the importance of never playing with matches or lighters. Fifthly, have a professional inspection. Consider having a qualified electrician or fire safety professional inspect your home's electrical system and fire safety equipment to identify potential hazards. Sixthly, consider interconnected smoke detectors. Interconnected smoke detectors are wired together, so when one detects smoke, all of them sound an alarm. This can provide earlier warning, especially if a fire starts in a remote part of the house. Seventhly, never disable smoke detectors. Smoke detectors save lives, so never disable them, even if they are prone to false alarms. Investigate the cause of false alarms and address the underlying issue. Consider the potential for human error. The homeowner's actions could have influenced the sequence of events. If the homeowner woke up, realized the pot was on fire, and then moved it to the sink and turned on the water. This could explain the delayed alarm. The initial smoldering might not have produced enough smoke, and the sudden burst of steam and smoke when the water hit the hot pot could have triggered the detectors. It is also possible that the homeowner's recollection of the events is not entirely accurate due to the stress and confusion of the situation. Regularly inspect electrical wiring for damage. Frayed wires, loose connections, and overloaded circuits can increase the risk of fire. Have any electrical problems repaired by a qualified electrician. Never leave cooking unattended. Cooking is a leading cause of home fires. Never leave food cooking on the stove or in the oven unattended. If you must leave the kitchen, turn off the heat. Be careful with candles. Candles can be a fire hazard if not used properly. Never leave candles unattended, and keep them away from flammable materials. Store flammable materials safely. Store flammable materials such as gasoline, paint thinner, and propane in approved containers and away from heat sources. Dispose of smoking materials properly. Cigarettes, cigars, and pipes can start fires if not disposed of properly. Always extinguish smoking materials completely before discarding them. Have your chimney cleaned regularly. If you have a fireplace, have your chimney cleaned annually by a qualified chimney sweep to remove creosote buildup, which can cause chimney fires. Use space heaters safely. Space heaters can be a fire hazard if not used properly. Keep space heaters away from flammable materials and never leave them unattended. Never overload electrical outlets. Overloading electrical outlets can cause them to overheat and start a fire. Use power strips with surge protectors to prevent overloading. Be aware of the signs of an electrical fire. Signs of an electrical fire include burning smells, flickering lights, and sparking outlets. If you suspect an electrical fire, turn off the power at the main breaker and call the fire department. Consider installing a home fire sprinkler system. Home fire sprinkler systems can quickly extinguish fires, reducing damage and increasing the chances of survival. Stay informed about fire safety. Stay up to date on the latest fire safety information by visiting the websites of organizations such as the National Fire Protection Association and the U.S. Fire Administration. Remember that smoke detectors are a critical component of a home fire safety plan, but they are not a substitute for responsible behavior and fire prevention practices. A proactive approach to fire safety can significantly reduce the risk of fire and protect lives and property. Regularly check and maintain all appliances. Ensure appliances are in good working order and used according to manufacturer instructions. Faulty appliances can be a fire hazard. Plan and practice different escape routes. Familiarize yourself with multiple escape routes from every room in your home. Having alternative routes can be crucial if one is blocked by fire or smoke. Designate an outside meeting place. Choose a safe meeting place outside your home where everyone can gather after escaping a fire. This ensures everyone is accounted for. Teach children to recognize the sound of the smoke alarm. Make sure children know what the smoke alarm sounds like and what to do when they hear it. Practice having them evacuate the house quickly and safely. Keep hallways and stairways clear. Clutter in hallways and stairways can obstruct escape routes. Keep these areas clear of any obstacles. Install carbon monoxide detectors. Carbon monoxide is a colorless, odorless gas that can be deadly. Install carbon monoxide detectors on every level of your home, especially near sleeping areas. Know the symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning. Symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning include headache, dizziness, nausea, and vomiting. If you suspect carbon monoxide poisoning, evacuate the house immediately and call for help. Never use outdoor cooking equipment indoors. Grills and other outdoor cooking equipment should never be used indoors, as they can produce carbon monoxide. Check smoke detectors before going to bed. Make it a habit to check smoke detectors every night before going to bed to ensure they are working properly. Close doors when sleeping. Closing doors can help slow the spread of fire and smoke, giving you more time to escape. Keep a whistle near your bed. A whistle can be used to signal for help if you are trapped in a fire. Use a fire ladder for upper floors. If you live in a multi-story home, consider purchasing a fire ladder to use for escaping from upper floors. Teach children how to stop, drop, and roll. If clothing catches fire, teach children to stop, drop to the ground, and roll to extinguish the flames. Replace or repair damaged electrical cords. Damaged electrical cords can be a fire hazard. Replace or repair any cords that are frayed or cracked. Avoid using extension cords as a permanent solution. Extension cords are intended for temporary use only. Avoid using them as a permanent solution, as they can overheat and cause a fire. Unplug appliances when not in use. Unplug appliances when not in use to save energy and reduce the risk of fire. Install smoke detectors on every level of your home. Smoke rises, so installing smoke detectors on every level of your home increases your chances of early detection. Test smoke detectors immediately after returning from a trip. After being away from home for an extended period, test smoke detectors to ensure they are still working properly. Consider battery-operated smoke detectors with 10-year seal batteries. These detectors eliminate the need for battery replacements for the life of the detector. Use surge protectors. Surge protectors can protect your electronics from power surges, which can cause fires. Be cautious when using flammable liquids. When using flammable liquids, such as gasoline or kerosene, be sure to use them in a well-ventilated area and away from any sources of ignition. Store matches and lighters out of reach of children. Matches and lighters should be stored in a secure location where children cannot access them. Never smoke in bed. Smoking in bed is a leading cause of home fires. The combination of drowsiness and flammable materials is a dangerous mix. Avoid storing combustible materials near heat sources. Keep flammable materials like paper, cardboard, and fabric away from furnaces, water heaters, and other heat sources. If a smoke detector sounds, evacuate immediately. Do not investigate the source of the smoke. Get out of the house as quickly as possible and call the fire department from a safe location. Do not re-enter a burning building. Once you have evacuated a burning building, do not re-enter for any reason. Leave the firefighting to the professionals. Stay low to the ground during a fire. Smoke and toxic gases rise, so stay low to the ground to breathe cleaner air. Cover your mouth and nose with a cloth. Covering your mouth and nose with a cloth can help filter out smoke and toxic gases. Feel doors before opening them. Before opening a door during a fire, feel it with the back of your hand. If it is hot, do not open it. Find another escape route. Use the stairs instead of the elevator. Elevators can malfunction during a fire. Use the stairs to evacuate the building. Assist others who need help evacuating. If possible, assist children, elderly individuals, and people with disabilities in evacuating the building. Once outside, move away from the building. Move away from the building to a safe location to avoid falling debris and heat. Call the fire department from a safe location. Call the fire department from a safe location and provide them with as much information as possible. Wait for the fire department to arrive. Wait for the fire department to arrive and follow their instructions. Do not return to the building until they say it is safe to do so. Cooperate with fire investigators. Cooperate with fire investigators to help them determine the cause of the fire and prevent future fires. Learn from the experience. After a fire, take the opportunity to review your fire safety plan and make any necessary changes. Consider attending a fire safety course. Attending a fire safety course can provide you with valuable knowledge and skills that could save your life in a fire. Regularly review your insurance coverage. Make sure your insurance coverage is adequate to cover the cost of repairing or replacing your home and belongings in the event of a fire. Keep important documents in a safe place. Keep important documents such as insurance policies, identification, and financial records in a safe place where they can be easily accessed in case of a fire. Take photos or videos of your belongings. Taking photos or videos of your belongings can help you document your losses in the event of a fire and file an insurance claim. Create a home inventory. Creating a harm inventory can also help you document your losses and file an insurance claim. Be prepared for the unexpected. Fire can strike at any time, so it is important to be prepared. By taking the necessary precautions and practicing fire safety, you can significantly reduce the risk of fire and protect yourself and your loved ones.